watched the movie the other way around, I probably would have thought it was one of the girls' boyfriends.
Oh, definitely, definitely. And like I said, that's a nice way to compare to compare the two. I mean, both were a little different, and you can't combine them. You couldn't have combined them to make an ideal version, because in the first one, like I said, we were being fed out suspense in the fact that, is this the boyfriend because she wanted to have an abortion? Is he going crazy and killing everyone because of this? Is that what he's doing?
And see, I like that.
Yeah.
I like a movie that actually makes you think, okay, who's
the killer?
Really
play the detective.
Because and sorry for going off topic for another movie, like when Child's Play came out in the, I want to say the 80s or the 90s, I don't know, everybody thought Andy was the one who was actually doing the killings, not Chucky. And that's something I like, is having the viewers think, okay, who do you think the killer is actually?
Oh, definitely. And as far as the second version goes, they definitely played it off a little differently. They told you who the killer was, but I liked how they gave a lot of backstory, similar to Saw with the flashbacks, explaining why the individual is doing what he is doing. And that's what they did in Saw, and that's why I'm such a big fan of Saw. So both movies were unique in their own respect, and they definitely took a different approach to it. Like I said, cinematically, I still enjoyed the first version better, but the second version definitely is very, very, very comparable, if you will, to the first. And another thing I'd like to say about that is there were a few things in the second that I thought were kind of corny, like when he killed his mom and her boyfriend and cut their body parts out with cookie cutters and ate them in the oven as Christmas cookies. I mean, it makes sense, but I think that was a little, I mean, the gore there was unnecessary, and it was just kind of corny in my opinion. I mean, I don't think that was necessary. I don't think that had anything to do with the film. I think that was just kind of retarded.
Well, my thing was when he had took his daughter/sister Agnes's eye out, my thing was, why did he focus on her eye? Of anything, why the eye? What was so significant about it?
Well, eyes can be very, very significant in a lot of films. Sort of like in Saw, the eye is the key to the old catchphrase, one of the catchphrases.
The eyes are the window to the soul.
Yeah, the key to the soul, the eyes of the soul, the gateway to your soul, whatever, however you want to put it. That's a catchphrase that's gone around for a long time in all different aspects of literature and anything else you'll consider. So definitely might have something to do with that. I mean, it could have something to do with seeing the horrible things that are going on, seeing the horrible things that Billy's doing, seeing the horrible things that took place in the past. It could be all different things like that. It's just how you interpret it.
And then a funny thing is, as I was reading trivia for the 1974 Black Christmas, originally it wasn't going to be called Black Christmas. It was going to be called Stop Me.
Stop Me.
Stop Me. And it was director Bob Clark who actually came up with the title Black Christmas because he said he liked the irony of something dark occurring on such a festive holiday. And that I actually do like. Because Stop Me sounds better for an action movie instead of a horror movie.
Yeah, that wouldn't have fit. Black Christmas is really, really awesome title. Let's take a look at the box office statistics. Black Christmas, 1974. Let's take a look at the box office. Okay. We had a gross value. They drew in $4,053,000. So about $4 million. Now, you got to remember, well, first of all, I'll read the 2006 statistics. So about $4 million were drawn in with the original Black Christmas. Then Black Christmas 2006 came rolling in, and listen to this. The box office hit a whopping $16,235,293. But you can't really compare those too much. You can't really take that to the bank because if you think about it, you could go to the movies in the 70s probably for $2 or $3, when now it's going to cost you about $10 or $11. I mean, it's a whole different
ball game.
A whole different ball game, a whole different concept of currency. So you can't really compare those two well as far as the box office draws.
Well, as long as they can make over their budget, they'll deem it as success. If they can't make the budget, then basically back to the drawing board.
Oh yeah, and they definitely Well, the income here was a little over $4 million for the original Black Christmas in 1974, and let me take a look at the budget. And that's a very interesting point you brought out there. So they drew in about $4 million for the original, and let me find the budget here. I'm on Internet Movie Database, a great source here, very credible. The budget, $686,000. So, they really made out on that one, didn't they?
Yeah, and the thing is,
I mean,
because I remember
back then, obviously, the money's a lot different.
But see, when it came to the Black Christmas 2006, because I remember seeing all the commercials for it, there was actually a controversy because a lot of Christian groups didn't want them showing it on actual Christmas Day.
Oh, and we talked a lot about that kind of controversy when we discussed Silent Night, Deadly Night I reviewed that, I believe, last week. There was a lot of controversy with Santa Claus going around killing people with the Christians and such. So the same with that, yeah. Yeah,
because it's basically, I think that kind of played a factor in it because a lot of people are like, no, don't show something so horrible on a sacred holiday and that kind of stuff.
Definitely.
But you know what? The fact that they did a remake after 32 years from the original one, I think the remake is a little bit better because it is giving us actual, backstory of Billy and Agnes. And I believe, say, The Strangers, it came out in 2008. 32 years down the line from there, they're going to make a remake for that. And if The Strangers 2 doesn't put the, backstory for the strangers or for the couple, I think the remake would do that.
Yeah, it's a very interesting comparison there. And by the way, I just found the results for the box office draws and budget for Black Christmas 06. As we said, the gross income for the box office hits were $16,235,293, so about $16 million, and the budget was $9 million. So they definitely surpassed that with that as well. So both were successful. So you enjoyed the second one as the best?
Yeah, I enjoyed the second one because, like I said, the backstory helps a lot because a lot of people are kind of visual learners.
Mm-hmm. And I still, cinematically, and as far as just pure entertainment, I enjoyed the first one better. But as far as the backstory goes, I really appreciate that from the second. So I take the first just a little bit above the second version, but definitely the remake was definitely not a flop. It was definitely an ace, in my opinion. Would you agree?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Well, that pretty much wraps it up. We're pretty much to the end of the show here. I really want to thank everyone for calling in tonight, everyone for participating, everyone for coming here in the chat room. And if you guys want to go ahead and take a look at our official website, I'm going to put it in the chat room right now. It is www.gruesomegossip.webs.com. I just typed that into the chat room there, so if you want to click on that and go ahead. You can also check out there and here on our official show page at www.blogtalkradio.com/Gruesome Gossip. You can check out some of our past shows. We've done a few before. I believe this is our 5th episode, so if you want to check all those episodes out, download them, rate us, follow us on Twitter, Gruesome Gossip, same with YouTube, Gruesome Gossip. And definitely rate our shows, give us comments, give us some feedback. It would all be greatly appreciated. And anything you'd like to say, Melina, before we wrap things up here?
2010 was a good year, but 2011 will definitely be, hopefully, a big year for horror movies to come out and show their stuff.
Definitely. 2011, here we come. Melina?
And here comes Scream 4 all the way. We are ready for it to come up.
You just had to ruin my moment, didn't you?
No, not really.
All right, we'll see you next time, everybody. From MELINA WHITE and TODD FRIZZELL, this is Gruesome Gossip right here, blogtalkradio.com. Take care. We'll see you next time, everybody.
I want to play a game. Have you checked the children? Here's Johnny. Why are you doing this?
Because you're home.